Hey, how's it going, everybody? Scott Spreitzer here, DocSports.com, and it is our over-under series in college football for the upcoming 2021 campaign. Team 2 that I've got to bet on coming up on this report, it's the Buffalo Bills and their over-under wins projection. Get to that in just a moment. First, quick note, if you have yet to become a member at DocSports.com, just want to give it a trial run, click on that link below the video, get yourself set up for a free $60 account. You can use those free $60 on any of my daily packages or anybody else on the roster at DocSports.com. Again, it all starts by clicking on that link below the video. We've had a tremendous run in football since we've been at DocSports.com. You can go check out my packages on my homepage at DocSports.com for the upcoming college football and NFL campaign. If you happen to be watching this on the day we cut it, which is Saturday, July 17th, 2021, we've got a great weekend going on. 6-star on Saturday in Major League Baseball. We cashed on Friday to open up the post-All-Star break. We had a 4-star runs line win on Toronto, 10-2 winner. Also, we closed the first half of the season last weekend with San Francisco, a nice runs line winner, 7-star play. 6-star and 7-star plays now on a perfect 4-0 run, up $2,700, a little more than that during this 4-game winning streak. And also, we are up almost $6,000 on a current regular season run in baseball. So check that out, 6-star on Saturday if you're watching this on July 17th as we cut it. Also wanted to mention, because we are cutting these in mid-July, listen, these are over to wins totals that we're betting. Don't prejudice yourself too much on if you like a team to win a bunch of games or to win fewer games than projected during the course of the season. That's the best advice I can give. You don't want to prejudice yourself against these teams, whether it be on the over or the under, when it comes to point spreads week in, week out. So just a little heads up there. I mean, you might see things change throughout the course of the season that might change your mind. And of course, the point spread, as I like to call it, is the almighty great equalizer. Let's get to it. The Buffalo Bulls, team number 2 of the 9 college football over-under wins totals bets I've made thus far. Buffalo opened up 8.5, about minus $1.10. Still 8.5 in most joints, but they're about $1.34, $1.35 underplay now. The juice on the under. We agree with the movement on the under with the Buffalo Bulls. I do 6 sets of power ratings in college football. That's been the case for me, by the way, for more than a decade. All 6 have Buffalo staying under this wins total of 8.5. Not a single one of the 6 power ratings that I do have them winning more than 8 games. And folks, the Buffalo Bulls have to win 9 games to beat us, and I don't see that happening this particular season. Before spring practice began, Buffalo was certainly looking like they could win 9 games, maybe 10 under their head coach Lance Leipold. But after spring practice was completed, after the month of April, he gets the call from the University of Kansas. He takes the job, takes a lot of his players with him, takes a lot of his staff with him. Lance Leipold departs for Lawrence, Kansas to try to rebuild that dismal program. But what he did is he opened up that transfer portal. You know about the transfer portal? Am I a big fan of it? Obviously not. That's a different video for a different day. But several Buffalo Bulls players, projected starters, depth players, bolted Buffalo. Not only to go to Kansas to follow Leipold, their head coach, but also to go all over the country. They have guys going to SEC schools. They have guys going. They have a guy going to Washington State. It's been just a situation of a massive exodus of Buffalo key players. They still have their quarterback back, and he is a good one, no doubt about it. But there's not a lot of talent around him returning. Now, there's decent backups, but they lost their starting center. They lost their starting left guard. They lost 3/5 of their offensive line. They lost guys in the trenches on the defensive side of the football. This team now has 4 returning starters on offense, 6 returning starters on defense. We were talking about a team that could have won 10 football games this season, could have pulled an upset in Lincoln, Nebraska in week 2, but that's not the case anymore with the departure of their head coach. So it's a situation now where they've got a new coach. And with them, their new coach decided to bring in everybody new. There's nobody left over, basically, virtually, from what we saw the last couple of years under Leipold as far as the coaching staff is concerned. Maurice Linguist is the new head coach of the Buffalo Bulls program. And he has coached under some very talented head coaches as an assistant. But again, he's going to bring with him not just new coaches, but the players that remain at Buffalo are going to have to learn new systems systems on both sides of the football. You know what that means? They've got to get a whole new playbook in place, and they don't even get a spring practice to get ready for this season, since again Leopold left after spring practice was completed. They'll beat Wagner in the opener, talking about the schedule. They're going to lose at Nebraska in all likelihood in game 2. The Bulls will lose to Coastal Carolina, in my betting opinion, along with road losses at Kent State, Ball State, maybe even at Miami, Ohio, as I look at the schedule. Western Michigan, a very possible home loss in that game, although I'd set that line against Western Michigan as a toss-up at this point, so a win would not be out of the question. It all adds up to a 6-6 season to me when I factor all 6 power ratings into the mix. Even if they win 8 games, which would be best case scenario, we still cash that under. This team will not win 9 games in my opinion. That's why I bet on the Buffalo Bulls in 2021 to finish under 8.5 wins. And I wanted to tell you guys again, we're going to be here every couple of days with the new college football over-under wins projection. I've got 9 college football teams bet for the season. We've already posted Washington, now the under with the Buffalo Bulls. We'll have one every couple of days, and I hope you'll enjoy these videos and jump on board if you wish and if you happen to agree. Again, Buffalo under 8.5 wins on today's video. If you like the videos, click on the thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. I'm Scott Spreitzer, DocSports.com.